So Valve showed the Steam Machine last week, and the conversations ever since has been non-stop. Microsoft even reacted to it pretty quick, which already tells you they're watching this thing close. And the more I look at what Valve is trying to do, the more it feels like they're aiming for something that pushes the console conversation in a new direction. So let's go through it and talk about what this actually means. Valve is not talking about replacing high-end PCs with this thing. The goal is a home version of the Steam Deck that is stronger, easier to use, and feels like a console when you turn it on. So you keep your Steam account, your backlog sales, your mods, and you just move that thing to the living room with no Xbox tax at all. This is the part that should make Microsoft nervous more than the hardware itself. Phil Spencer is out here publicly cheering the Steam Machine on, and he's saying gaming moves forward when players have more ways to play and create across open platforms. On that surface, that sounds friendly and open. Under that quote though is the reality that Xbox no longer wants the Xbox to be in your living room first. They want to be the logo on your Game Pass receipt no matter what box you bought. The analysis in a report recently says the quiet part out loud. They argue the Steam Machine turns Microsoft's nightmare into an actual shipping product because it pushes Xbox further down a path of games and cloud over plastic boxes. If Valve becomes the preferred hybrid PC console device, then every Xbox release on Steam just boosts Valve's ecosystem instead of Microsoft's. So Xbox spends the money to make the game, and Valve takes 30% cut plus the hardware sale. I mean, we have watched multiple earnings calls where Microsoft reported double-digit drops in hardware revenue year over year, even while total gaming revenue went up because of content and services. That tells you what is carrying a brand right now, and it's not the Xbox under your TV. So when a new competitor walks in with a cleaner pitch for the same living room slot, it hurts a lot more. Nadella already laid out the plan before this even happened. He literally said Microsoft wants people to play Xbox games everywhere on every platform, and that they're going to be everywhere, not just one piece of hardware. He also pointed at Windows plus Steam as the biggest gaming business in the world and gave Valve credit for building a massive marketplace on top of Microsoft's own operating system. So from the top down, the company's already shifted its dream from winning the console war to flooding every screen with its games. From that angle, the Steam Machine almost looks like free labor for Xbox. Valve builds the hardware in the store, Microsoft puts its game there and calls it a reach. The risk is that players start to see Steam as a real home for those games and not Xbox. Phil Spencer leaned into that idea after the reveal. He talked about expanding access across PC console and handheld devices and said the future gaming is built on choice and open platforms. He also reminded everyone that Microsoft is one of the largest publishers on Steam now, so if you're a pure revenue person, you can see why they sound so relaxed. But that calm tone is exactly why analysts are wary of this. They're looking at a world where console sales shrink while a rival platform keeps getting stronger using your own games as fuel. At some point, you have to ask what the Xbox brand means if the average player is buying your own stuff on Steam instead of your store. It becomes a Netflix situation where the logo is everywhere, but the box under the TV does not matter anymore. I mean, the long-term danger is simple. If Valve succeeds with this box and becomes a default PC console hybrid, then publishers will design around that first. That means every big Xbox release hits Valve day one with full support and mod tools and couch-friendly UI. At that point, an Xbox console is offering the same game with fewer options and less freedom. The other problem is that Xbox still has not nailed a clear message for normal buyers. Play anywhere and cloud streaming sounds nice in interviews, but the person walking to the store just wants to know which box gives them the best games. Right now, PlayStation looks like the premium console, and Nintendo is a family nostalgia pick. Xbox risks becoming a brand you use on other platforms instead of the platform you buy. I mean, we already saw hints of this shift when Xbox began putting more first-party titles on PlayStation and Switch. I mean, games like Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush moved over, which was unthinkable back in the old console war days. Now mix that with heavy investment into cloud and PC, and the box you plug into the TV starts to look more like an optional accessory. The Steam Machine pushes that perception even further. I mean, from Valve's side, this moves almost upside. They get to keep selling high-margin games through Steam. They lock in more people to that ecosystem who might never build a full PC, and they do not have to fight the same exclusive war because they never promise you a first-party universe. Valve also avoids a lot of drama that Xbox walks into. They do not need to justify $10 billion publisher buyouts to make hardware worth it. They just need to say your entire Steam library works here and it runs better than your old laptop. For a lot of people who skip this whole generation, that pitch lands harder than another green box with the same shooters. I mean, to be fair, Microsoft does know all of this. That's why Nadella and Spencer keep talking about being everywhere, not just in one box. They see the console market flattening, and they see PC and mobile dwarfing it in raw numbers. From a corporate view, Steam Machine is just another screen where Game Pass and Xbox games can show up. But there is a difference between being smart on a spreadsheet and keeping your core audience engaged. Xbox fans bought into a certain identity over the years with achievements and controller feel and a specific online culture. If those people feel like the company is quietly walking away from the box they chose, they would start to look around, and Valve is now standing right there with a clean alternative. And the twist to this is, Microsoft actually helped create the space Valve is now attacking. For years they pushed PC crossplay and play anywhere and told everyone your save will follow you. Now, a lot of players see no reason to stay locked into one box when their progress lives in the cloud anyway. Steam Machine slides perfectly into that mindset. You can imagine a future where kids grow up with a Steam account, plus a phone, plus maybe a handheld, and Xbox is just a logo they see when they boot a game. They might never own a dedicated Xbox console at all. The reality does not kill Microsoft gaining revenue because games will still sell. It just kills the idea of Xbox as a physical thing you care about. Where this could go wrong for us if everything collapses into pure service hell, if Xbox fully leans into cloud, and Valve leans even harder into its marketplace power, you get two giants setting all the rules. We're already seeing how fast prices and sub benefits can change once the growth slows. Nobody wants to wake up one day and find every game locked behind 3 different paid layers. My own view is that Microsoft has already passed the point of no return here. You do not throw this many games into rival platforms if you still believe in classic console war. You also do not talk about being everywhere on every platform if box is sacred to you. So Steam Machine is less of the start of a new fight and more sign that the old fight is over. In a few years, I think we will look back and see this as a moment Xbox stopped pretending. They will still sell a new box because some people want that and Game Pass runs smoother on it, but the true priority would be subs on PC Cloud and any third-party hardware that would host them. Steam Machine just forced that reality into the open. So when you see headlines calling Steam Machine the worst nightmare for Microsoft, they're not talking about the money in the bank. They're talking about the identity and leverage over the long term. If players mentally move Xbox into the same bucket as Netflix, where the service matters more than the device, then hardware influence drops. And that's hard to get back once it's gone. I mean, for now, smart move as players is stay flexible. Do not marry one platform when all of them are clearly hedging their bets. Watch how Game Pass evolves on PC, Steam, and Cloud. Watch how Valve prices this box and how aggressive they get on sales and bundles. If Xbox hardware keeps sliding in the earnings report while content keeps climbing, you will know where the real focus is. If Steam Machine sells well, you will see even more Xbox releases launch day one on Steam, maybe even get special features from there. At that point, the best place to be as a gamer might actually be outside the traditional console lane entirely, because all the companies will be fighting to win your time across every screen you own. So let me know what you guys think about this. Are you still locked into buying the next Xbox, or are you more interested in something like Steam Machine plus a PC or a PlayStation on the side? Drop your setup and drop your plans, because the next few years of the industry are going to be shaped by the choices people make right now. I am personally interested to see how this goes. Right now, I don't know how to feel because I've been a long time Xbox fan, but you know, we gotta evolve somehow, some way, someday, you know? So let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's your boy Memories. Catch you boys next time. Peace.